Hey folks, welcome back. Well, we're going to talk about an injector rebuild company that you may or may not have ever seen on the old interweb, Diesel Care and Performance. They're out of Memphis, Tennessee. And I'm going to share my experience, this last experience, using their injectors. And I'm going to show you on this pickup here what we've got going on here. Okay, these are supposed to be rebuilt injectors that we installed 5 months ago, and this pickups now have 3,600 miles on them. Two of them already went bad within a week, I think, if I remember correctly, and we'll get into all that of how that all went about. But you can see I've got two. I got one that doesn't match there and one that doesn't match there because I had to buy them separately just to get this thing done. But look at this. We got the solenoid off of here, and if you do a buzz test, or if that injector number 7 right now back there really late to working until the engine gets really warmed up, there's no oil coming from the oil spout, doing a buzz test or whatever, it's got a very faint sound. So does this injector here, number 4, really faint. It was working, but it's not working very good. But just look at this here with get us a feeler gauge here, 2000s feeler gauge. Can't even get that if I really shove on it. If I really shove it, it'll go through. That's a 2000s. Let me grab this 4000s one right here, which should go in nice with a little bit of drag. I can't even get that in there. It's the same with that one over there in the back, because I've got the solenoid off of it too. Anyways, it's just harder to see in film back there, so I was using this one here, but same thing. I bet you some of these others, like this one here and this one here and these two here that I haven't taken off, I bet you they don't have the near as crisp of a noise as this one and that one right now. So yeah, anyways. Purchased these injectors back on like May 17th of this year, 2023. All right. Paid $148 or something like that. Oh, we can actually go into my email right here. You can see that the date is right here, Wednesday, May 17th. I know they didn't come. It was more than a week, because it wasn't the following week. It was a week after that we installed these injectors, hence the work order date on this pickup, which is right here. I just crossed out the customer name and all that, but you can see that was June 2nd, 2023. Mileage and everything like that. Because we did injector cups on this thing, because we had the injectors were just getting worn, but the main issue was that, it had oil leaking into the fuel system, which is, if you've got bad seals on injectors, then that's what can happen there. So anyways, that's that. But here's the order. It gives the FedEx tracking number. You can go view your order right here. It goes straight onto their site right here. This is what I ordered right here, how much I paid $148 for supposedly 2-day shipping. So that was the first thing, that didn't go that right. Not a huge deal. Sometimes you just blame that on FedEx or whatever. But anyways, yeah, put the injectors in, and I think got this pickup out, and about 3 days later they said, this thing is really runs bad, and you know, it's like it's got an engine miss or something like that. So it gets a little bit better as it warms up. And pulled it in here, found out, you know, that the number one injector wasn't working. So I real quickly just bought one from O'Reilly's, switched it out. I had both the valve covers off, and then I went and started it up. That injector was now working, but then I noticed one in the back there, number 8, which is on this one, it's the AE coded one. That's what we chose to get. The rest of them are ADs. Anyways, then it wasn't working either, and so I went ahead and just replaced that. And, you know, just get the pickup out the door, because, you know, they are, you know, needing it and this, that, and the other. And so I called them and was hoping to just get, you know, like a refund on what basically the amount of what 2 injectors would be worth, close to, you know. And I had bought those 2 injectors, these 2 injectors here, without any cores, because I saved the original 2, because I'm pretty sure they're going to want to send those back. And they said, all right, you know, I just said, well, go ahead and send me two more replacement injectors. I'll send you the 2 bad defective one. That's what we decided to do, rather than just doing the refund and all that stuff, because they said I would have had to send those back anyways. And then I thought, all right, maybe I'll just keep the other 2 on the shelf for the time being. And anyways, basically after that, you know, those injectors never did show up, and I didn't really ever pursue it, you know, because I just was based at that point. I was kind of like, well, I'm just not going to use this company ever again, you know. But now, you know, this pickup is back in the shop with another, you know, engine miss, mostly when it's cold, gets better when it's warmed up and all that kind of stuff. And now it's gotten, you know, and it smokes a lot when it starts and this, that, and the others. And, you know, basically the rest of these injectors are just, they're not rebuilt correctly. If they are, I don't think they even rebuilt these. I think they just slapped them together and cleaned, and maybe even put some new seals, or, you know, I don't know. Obviously that ain't right, because, you know, a rebuild injector is going to have, you know, the proper clearance underneath that armature plate, because that's one of the things that they got to do to be able to pass specs and all that kind of stuff. I'm not an injector rebuild guy. I just know this part of it anyways. So yeah, anyways, that's the story on that. And I never got the injectors back. So basically now I'm at the point, you know, where I've got to pull these other 6 injectors out of here and replace them for this customer, and I'm gonna have to do that on my dime. I did everything else on my dime because it was my choice to use Diesel Care and Performance for this job. All right, when this pickup came in with the problem that it had with it not running very good, found the oil in the diesel. It was determined, you know, that, hey, these injectors have been in here for, I mean, a lot of years. You know, pickup's got 272,000 miles on it at the time. It's got 276 on it now. You know, your best bet is to replace it. We can reseal these injectors, but your best bet is to just replace them all. They agreed, said, yes, let's go ahead and do it. I had given them a quote on the price. Here's to do that, even including the injector cups, this, that, and the other. It was my choice to use them. It wasn't that I quoted them a price and they said, well, we found these online, because some customers do that. They say, hey, you know, we found this part online. It's all right, well, that's not where I chose to get it from. We can use that, but you're gonna have to take all the risk if things don't go right and all that kind of stuff. That was not how this transaction went with this customer and everything like that. So it was on me. It's still on me, because, you know, here it is. They've spent, you know, close to a little over $3,000 to do this whole job, and they've got a pickup that doesn't run right 5 months later with only 3,600 miles on it. I have to make it right to the customer, so I'm doing everything that I can do to get this thing to run right. And yeah, I can pull that one injector that's not working out and slap another new one in here, but then, you know, another few months down the road, this injector right here is going to be the next one to go probably, and then it's just going to be a snowball effect right here. So we just basically, I think at this point, I'm just going to have to, and I might even just go with a full set of 8, you know, from another place that you know, it's going to be hopefully a lot more reputable. I thought this place, being a, you know, the Diesel Care and Performance in Tennessee, you know, you look at their website and it looks just like a regular, like a small business, you know, legitimate type of deal. Their website is set up really great and everything as far as ordering goes. I've ordered from them before in the past, and you know, not too happy with the injectors that are actually in my own pickup, which is one of the, you know, orders before. But there's another pickup that I had worked on, maybe another couple of them or something like that, that I had gotten some, and I've never seen those pickups back yet at all. So all right, so they got a few different choices of 7.3 Power Stroke injectors. You can see what the price I paid, $8.99. So if you go on here, this one right here, a full set of 8 refurbished injectors right here for $710. Refurbished is basically what they're saying is they're inspected, clean, tested, calibrated to meet or exceed OEM specifications. So these injectors are not remanufactured, meaning major components such as nozzles, internal components, solenoids, etc. are not replaced. This product carries a 90-day warranty. If you're looking for remanufactured injectors with a 1-year warranty, click here. So if you do that, then you get this. Now this is a higher price even than what I paid, $950. But they got also, you know, but this basically talks about, you know, 20 years of experience, and you know, all that sounds great and everything like that, you know, because this is, you know, this kit includes 8 injectors that have been fully rebuilt to meet or exceed OEM specs. Our injectors are tested on the HA230, highest quality and most precise testing equipment available for this product. They come lubricated and all that, and this is a 1-year warranty deal. I remember seeing, when I ordered them, I remember seeing the refurbished, you know, right here. I said, no, I don't want those with a 90-day warranty. I want something else. I ended up buying these, I think, for $865, which is, you know, a little closer to what I paid. It showed there. This doesn't specify that they're refurbished or anything like that, but a 1-year warranty right there. I mean, it's telling you that that's that, so it should be pretty much the same. So I don't really know what the difference between this and that $950 whatever price one here. You know, I mean, what's the difference between that? I mean, we're talking a difference of $85. There's not a whole lot you can do with more time or anything like that and more parts, you know, for $85 difference between those two. There's only about what would it be between the 710, obviously I can't do math in my head, what's that, 240? Double check that. Yeah, 240, you know, between the $950 ones to these 710 refurbished ones. We're talking about only about $240. There's just, I mean, that, you know, I should have noticed this before. It kind of just jumps out at me. It's like, you know, if they were a difference of 710 versus, like, you know, $1,300 or something like that, I'd probably be more apt to think, okay, yeah, there's a, you know, huge difference. But they don't even have anything up in that price range or something like that, as far as, you know, we'll give you the best ones possible. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing if they want to, you know, sell stuff like this for people that are on a budget and want to take a chance, like for this, you know, $710 for these, you know, refurbished, and, you know, they're cleaned and all that kind of stuff. You know, that might help somebody get on the road or whatever, but, you know, advertise it as such, that's fine, you know. But ones that I bought, you know, they carry the 1-year warranty, so you know, and with between these two, the one I just showed you there and this, I don't see the difference, other than this doesn't say anything about rebuilt or refurbished. But they are, you know, they're charging you a core and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's just interesting. But, you know, that's okay. Advertise that as such, you know. But when I was looking around here, all right, I want rebuilt injectors, and I found the first one, and then I found these, and I said, all right, these are what I want, you know. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, when I first went to them, you know, I kind of look at things like this. You know, I go into their About Us, and we're a premier diesel manufacturing company located in Memphis, Tennessee, and you know, they do have all these parts for Chevy, Dodge, and agriculture stuff. You know, and then gives you all their information and this, that, and the other. And I mean, it seemed pretty legitimate now, you know, but based on my experience with this last job right here, I mean, this, you know, I'm into it a lot more than I made from it, and I'm still going to end up having to pay a lot more because I'm going to make it up to my customer to get this done right, and I think I'm just going to replace all the injectors out of it, and you know, especially these 6, but I'm probably just going to go ahead and just get a full set of 8 from a really good place, you know, and I might have to spend $1,700, maybe $2,000 or something like that, you know, and make dang sure that, you know, they are good and that they're rebuilt and everything like that, so that this customer doesn't have any more problems, because they already paid me $3,000 or $3,300 or whatever the heck the price was, you know, to have this thing fixed with rebuilt injectors. And I can't just go in good conscience and pull this one injector out. I know it's not working right, maybe even do this one, do these 2 or something, but at least that one back there, put this thing back together, send it down the road, only to have it come back, because I just can't have that, you know. I'm not going to treat my customers that way when I actually know that for a fact that, you know, there's a problem with these other ones and stuff like that. Maybe I should just pull the coils off of all of them and check them that way in this, you know, improve it in this video and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, who knows? But I can't just do that because this thing's already been in the shop once already since this repair for this issue of not running correctly. And you know, I just can't. I'm gonna have to just spend the money and buy, and I'm gonna hopefully maybe send these back and try to get most of my money back from them. I don't know how well that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna try it, I guess. So actually, this one right here, you can get a 4/1000 shim underneath here. This is how they're really supposed to be. This one's a little hard to get it in on this side. There we go. There, it's not too bad. It's a little tight, but I mean, you can get it in there. So, and that's really what you're supposed to see. That's really what you're supposed to have. So this number 1 injector isn't bad. I mean, it's, you know, it's better than this one and that one over there. Well, this one right here, number 6, I can get the 2000s in there pretty tight. Cannot get the 4000s in there. So that one's definitely going to be the next one giving us issues. Yeah, I went ahead and checked all the rest of them. There's only one injector, this one right here, that's within spec on that armature plate. Can't believe, well, except for obviously didn't check these 2, but those 2, you know, they sound nice and crisp during the buzz test, and they work. And they're the ones that I bought, you know, from O'Reilly's. Pretty sure they're in spec, you know, because I think they're an actual rebuilt injector. The rest of these, I don't think they're even rebuilt at all. I think they just barely cleaned them up, and that was it. But that's not how they advertised these for sale. So yeah, I'd just steer clear of them. Anyways, I'm recording this video because, well, I told them I was going to. Got this email October 4, and said, my name is Austin, one of the sales managers at Diesel Care Performance. We're a premier parts supplier. That's debatable. I think we can offer products for the fuel system on any diesel you service at a price that you can that can be found nowhere else. What kind of products in the fuel system are you purchasing? Love to be like send is what it should be. Send you some quotes over to you. What kind of trucks do you have in the bay right now you need parts for? Below is linked to our website. Well, I went ahead and once I saw this, I was already kind of mad. I was just basically going to let the whole thing go. But since this, I was like, okay, well, and then all of a sudden this pickup came back in. This was my response right here. So, hello, Austin, Jeff Roger here from Produce Repair in New Plymouth. It's very interesting that you have contacted me. I have lots of various diesel pickups coming through my shop every day. I just started to use your company. But to be honest with you, based on my last purchase transaction, I'll be no longer coming back at all. I purchased a set of 8 injectors for a 7.3 Power Stroke, and 2 of the 8 injectors were defective. Yes, this happens every once in a while, but usually companies try to make these things right. Yours did not. I spoke to someone in the office, and we agreed that you would send me 2 new injectors via FedEx today. After 2 days, I called again and said they're still showing there's on the way. Asked for a tracking number, but she wasn't able to pull it up. Go figure. Well, I ended up having to buy 2 more injectors without any cores, mind you, because I already had sent the defective ones back to you just to get that pickup done because my customer needed it. And guess what? The injectors have never showed up at all. That's very poor performance on your company's part. I actually plan to copy and paste this email as a Google review. Oh, and by the way, have you read those? I know if I had read them before, I might have steered myself away from your company. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a YouTube channel for my shop. We do about 50,000 views a month. I know that's small, but it's growing. Sometimes the small, I'm adding to it a little bit, but sometimes a small pond or small fish in a big pond, sometimes can make a little bit of a difference. You never know. But it says, I would suggest that you send me a check for the full amount of the $1,100, or it's about close to what I paid of my recent purchase, and I won't record a YouTube video about this interaction, or nor will I post this email as a Google review. I doubt you do this, but hey, it's worth a shot, right? I lost more than $1,100 on that job, and I'm a small business just like you. Yeah, and then I gave him my address. I'll hold off on my YouTube and Google review for 1 week today, which is now it's been more than a week, but I won't hold my breath. Thanks, but no thanks. Anyways, I did put this as a Google review, and I got responded to, which is oh, there we are. See, it's searching that. So anyways, we'll find the 487 Google reviews. There's mine right there. Don't buy, and don't buy. Anyways, I put that exact email in here. This is what I had wrote. It says, here's a copy and pasted email I sent to a sales guy that had the balls to write me soliciting more sales. Oh, and guess what? The pickup is coming back in this week with an engine miss. I suspect another bad injector. So here's the email I just had wrote. And they responded to me. It was either the next day or something like that. It says, thank you for your feedback. I see your most recent purchase from us was January of 2022, which that's not true. And I've got all the proof for that, so I didn't look that up right. We apologize that you're having issues with your injectors that are now more than 8 months out of warranty. If you would like to call our office and find an agreeable solution, we'd be more than willing to discuss the matter with you further. Thank you. Sincerely, Tori with DCP, Diesel Care and Performance. And then hence this is the reason why I put this update on here. No, my most recent purchase was May 2023, order number 17554, installed in the first week of June 2023. Actually, the more true is like the right around the 28th or somewhere around there of May. So but anyways, doesn't matter. But so they're only 5 months old with approximately 3,600 miles on them. So anyways, yeah. But if you go around through and you you know, obviously you're gonna find some reviews where here somebody, you know, a lot of these reviews are basically, you know, for the stuff that work right, and they just like the website and everything, because the website is set up good. It's set up good and everything like that as far as all that stuff goes. You would think this is, you know, that's why I started using them. I thought, oh, this is, you know, give them a chance or whatever. But after based on this transaction, you know, I don't like being scammed, basically by telling me that, you know, these are rebuilt injectors, but they're not. That ain't right. And these aren't even good enough to be what you would consider refurbished injectors, because not a one of them, except for, well, one right here passes the shim test, which is the only one I know how to check. You know, I'm not a diesel injector rebuild shop. It's not what I do. I don't have any equipment to do that. I just know that that particular thing is something that needs to be checked. It needs, you know, needs to have that cleared. That's one way of diagnosing and figuring out, you know, a lot further to be able to figure out, you know, do these injectors need to be replaced? And yes, if this pickup would have came in without me having any knowledge of what was going on, and I troubleshot this just the same with it, I would say that this thing needs a full set of 8 injectors. That's exactly how I would go about this deal, except for the problem is this thing just had a full set of 8 rebuilt injectors supposedly in here, and that's hence the whole reason for this video going. So anyways, I'd steer clear of them. That was my experience right there. I don't normally do Google reviews. That's the first bad review I've ever done. I usually don't do that because, you know, a lot of times, well, most of the time you get something, you get a bad part, you get something like that. You know, the companies make it right. I mean, nothing can be perfect every time. I can't do a perfect job here in this shop. You know, and obviously I screwed up by buying the injectors from these people in the first place, and I'm the one that has to eat that, and to make sure that this pickup goes out of this shop this next time running perfectly how it's supposed to, because that's what they paid me to do in the first place. And I've got to make it right to them, and I'm hoping these people at least make it right to me. But I'm really extremely pissed off about the fact that you know, these injectors with the feeler gauge tests like this, 5 out of the 6 that are in here now, the other 2 I've already sent back, you know, clear months ago, because they were the first ones that went. That's just unacceptable for that kind of deal. And I know the prices are cheaper than you see on some other places and all that, but you know what? If that's what they're going to advertise and all that, how to do it and all that kind of stuff, I mean, why would you pay any sort of money for rebuilt injectors that are just crappy and all that kind of stuff? I mean, most people, you know, it's like you just see the price and you think, okay, I'm going to give that a try, and you think, oh, this sounds like a legitimate company and everything like that, and they make it sound like they're, you know, doing a good job with them, but when in reality they're not. So anyways, that's just my experience, just sharing it and everything like that. So because I told them I would. So anyways, thanks for watching.